Butterfly wings generate colors through nanoscale structures. The vibrant colors of butterfly wings are created by nanoscale structures rather than pigments. For species like the morpho butterfly, the wing scales have a layered, lattice-like structure that manipulates light through refraction and interference, producing iridescent colors such as blue and green. This phenomenon, called structural coloration, makes the colors appear to change depending on the viewing angle. These colors serve purposes such as camouflage, warning predators, or aiding communication between butterflies. Additionally, the scales repel water and resist dirt, helping butterflies maintain optimal flight conditions. Research on these structures has inspired new developments in coatings and water-repellent materials. Butterfly proboscises are adapted for more than just nectar. Butterflies have a straw-like feeding structure called a proboscis, which they use not only to drink nectar but also to absorb water and minerals from puddles and moist soil. This behavior, known as puddling, is more commonly observed in male butterflies. The minerals they gather are critical for reproduction, as they are transferred to females during mating to support egg development. Some butterflies even feed on rotting fruit or animal droppings to obtain nutrients. This feeding behavior contributes to nutrient cycling within ecosystems, showing that butterflies play a larger role beyond pollination. The process of complete metamorphosis involves imaginal discs in the pupa. Butterflies undergo complete metamorphosis, transitioning through egg, larva, pupa, and adult stages. During the pupal stage, the larval body is almost entirely broken down and restructured into the adult butterfly. This transformation is guided by groups of cells called imaginal discs, which are present in the larva and become active in the pupa. These discs develop into specific adult structures such as wings, legs, and mouthparts. This highly advanced biological process demonstrates the evolutionary sophistication of insects and allows larvae and adults to occupy different ecological niches, reducing competition for resources. Octopuses have extraordinary camouflage abilities. Octopuses can change their color and texture almost instantly to blend into their surroundings. This is achieved through specialized skin cells called chromatophores, which expand or contract to display various colors. Additionally, octopuses can alter the texture of their skin to mimic the roughness of rocks or sand. Their camouflage abilities not only help them evade predators, but also allow them to ambush prey. Compared to animals like chameleons or flounders, octopuses excel in both the speed and variety of their transformations. Scientists are studying this remarkable ability to develop new technologies, such as advanced camouflage materials or artificial skin. Cat's third eyelid. Cats have a third eyelid, known as the nictitating membrane, which is usually hidden at the inner corner of their eyes. It acts as an extra layer of protection, shielding their eyes from dust and debris while also keeping the surface moist. This membrane can become visible when a cat is tired, stressed, or unwell. In healthy cats, it typically stays out of sight, so if it becomes noticeable, it might be a sign to consult a veterinarian. Proper maintenance to extend the life of a frying pan. Proper care is essential for prolonging the life of a frying pan. Non-stick pans should be used on medium or low heat, and cleaned with non-abrasive sponges to prevent coating damage. Avoid using metal utensils, opting instead for silicone or wooden tools. Cast iron pans should be washed with water and scrubbed without detergent, then seasoned with oil to prevent rust. Allow the pan to cool before washing to avoid thermal shock. By following these steps, a frying pan's lifespan can extend from a few years to decades. Roman concrete technology and its durability. The Romans revolutionized construction with their use of concrete, which forms the foundation of many ancient structures still standing today. Their concrete, made with volcanic ash, had the unique ability to grow stronger when exposed to seawater. This innovation enabled the construction of landmarks like the Colosseum and the Pantheon, which have withstood over 2,000 years. In contrast, civilizations like the Egyptians relied on stacking massive stone blocks, lacking the Romans' ability to create complex arches and domes. This makes Roman construction techniques particularly innovative and enduring. The crystalline structure of salt and its uses. The crystalline structure of salt affects how it dissolves, feels, and looks. Fine-grained salt dissolves easily and distributes evenly, making it ideal for baking and desserts. Coarse salt adds texture and flavor to grilled meats and fish. Flake salt is often used as a finishing salt, providing a crunchy texture and visual accent to dishes. The color of salt can also influence its use, such as black salt with its smoky flavor, often used in ethnic cuisines. By understanding the differences in crystal shapes and sizes, you can optimize your use of salt for various culinary purposes. Mercury's magnetic field is strongly affected by solar winds. Like Earth, Mercury has a magnetic field, but it is significantly weaker, at only about 1% the strength of Earth's. However, its proximity to the Sun exposes it to intense solar winds, which strongly influence its magnetic environment. The interaction between Mercury's magnetic field and the solar wind creates a dynamic region called the magnetosphere. Mercury's magnetosphere is highly active, with its shape and energy levels constantly changing due to the influence of the solar wind. This interaction channels particles from the solar wind directly onto Mercury's surface, contributing to the formation and maintenance of its thin exosphere. While the process is somewhat similar to how Earth's magnetic field causes auroras, Mercury does not display visible light phenomena like auroras. Studying Mercury's magnetosphere and its interaction with solar wind helps scientists understand how planets in extreme environments interact with space weather. Biotechnological applications of E. coli. E. coli plays a pivotal role in biotechnology across medical and industrial fields. Using genetic engineering, scientists can incorporate human genes into E. coli, enabling the bacterium to produce pharmaceuticals, enzymes, and even biodegradable plastics. A notable example is the production of synthetic insulin. In the 1980s, the development of E. coli-based insulin production revolutionized diabetes care by ensuring a stable supply of this life-saving drug. Additionally, E. coli contributes to environmental sustainability by breaking down pollutants in the development of bioremediation technologies. These applications highlight E. coli's significance beyond research, showcasing its transformative impact on technology and daily life. The ocean floor is home to countless undiscovered species. Although oceans cover about 70% of the Earth's surface, more than 95% of them remain unexplored. The ocean floor, especially the deep sea, is believed to harbor countless undiscovered species. The deep sea is a harsh environment with extreme darkness, low temperatures, and immense pressure. Despite these conditions, many unique creatures have adapted to live there. For example, the barrel-eye fish has a transparent head through which its brain is visible. Many deep-sea creatures also exhibit bioluminescence, meaning they can produce their own light to attract prey or evade predators. The discovery of these creatures provides valuable insights into the mysteries of evolution and life on Earth. The mechanism of optical communication and its future potential, fiber optic communication, utilizes the total internal reflection of light to transmit information at high speeds over long distances. In this technology, light is modulated into digital signals, which travel through optical fibers without leaking or degrading. This minimizes electromagnetic interference and preserves signal quality. Applications include internet connections, undersea cables, and medical endoscopes, forming the backbone of modern information networks. Emerging technologies such as quantum communication and optical computing are also being explored, indicating that the potential of light-based communication is boundless. The record for the fastest goal in soccer history. The record for the fastest goal in an official soccer match is held by Nawaf Al Abed of Saudi Arabia, who scored just 2 seconds after kickoff in 2002. The ball was launched directly toward the opposing goal from the center spot, catching the goalkeeper off guard and finding the back of the net. In unofficial matches, there are reports of even faster goals. For example, in the 1960s, an amateur game in England allegedly saw a goal scored within 1 second of kickoff. However, there is no verifiable evidence of this claim. These records underscore the importance of focus and preparedness right from the start of a match. Why metal is dangerous in microwave ovens, and exceptions to the rule. Placing metal objects in a microwave oven can cause sparks or fires. This happens because microwaves are reflected off metal surfaces, creating localized high currents that can ignite sparks. Thin metals like aluminum foil are particularly prone to this effect. However, certain microwave-safe metal containers and specially designed accessories such as grill plates can be used safely. These items are engineered to handle microwave energy without causing dangerous reflections or sparking. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions when using such products. Avocados are rich in healthy fats. The fats in avocados are predominantly unsaturated fats, which are beneficial for heart health. Oleic acid, in particular, helps lower bad cholesterol levels while raising good cholesterol levels, reducing the risk of atherosclerosis and heart disease. Additionally, the fats in avocados have anti-inflammatory properties, which can help alleviate joint pain and chronic inflammation, contributing to overall wellness. Bees have remarkable memory relative to their small brain size. A honeybee's brain is tiny, about the size of a soybean, yet it is incredibly efficient. Bees can remember the location of food sources and the characteristics of flowers for several weeks. They also quickly adapt to new environments and learn optimal foraging routes. This memory capability is essential for performing complex tasks with limited resources and for maximizing the colony's overall efficiency. The cross-contamination of odors problem. Some foods in the refrigerator can transfer their strong odors to others, affecting their taste and smell. For example, if garlic or green onions are stored without proper sealing, their strong aroma can permeate items like milk or eggs nearby. To prevent this, it's best to store strongly scented foods in airtight containers or use a deodorizer specifically designed for refrigerators. Some modern refrigerators even feature built-in odor-eliminating technologies to address this issue. Snake shedding and its connection to health shedding, or ecdysis, is not just a part of a snake's growth process, but also an indicator of its health. A healthy snake will shed its skin smoothly, leaving the old skin in one complete piece. However, stress, illness, or improper environmental conditions, particularly low humidity, can cause incomplete shedding, known as disecdysis. In this condition, old skin may remain on parts of the snake's body, such as over the eyes or at the tail tip, increasing the risk of infection. In the wild, snakes rub against rocks or trees to remove retained skin. In captivity, proper humidity management is essential to ensure smooth shedding and maintain the snake's overall health. Octopuses have the ability to regenerate. Octopus arms are incredibly dexterous and can regenerate fully if severed. For instance, when an octopus sacrifices an arm to escape a predator, the lost limb will regrow completely within weeks to months. Unlike human tissue regeneration, which is limited, octopus regeneration restores the arm's full structure and functionality, including muscles, nerves, and suction cups. During the regeneration process, specialized cells differentiate into the required tissues to reconstruct the arm. While similar to a lizard's tail regeneration, the octopus's ability to regrow its complex nervous system makes it even more advanced. The risks of space debris by size and its impact range. The danger posed by space debris varies by size but can be severe at any scale. Fragments smaller than 1 centimeter can still cause significant damage due to their extreme speeds, generating the energy equivalent of a car crash at 60 kilometers per hour upon impact. These fragments can damage or disable satellites. Larger debris poses even more significant risks, such as destroying satellites or the International Space Station, endangering astronauts' lives. Managing debris of all sizes is critical to maintaining the safety of orbital operations. Proper maintenance can significantly extend the lifespan of a knife. The lifespan of a knife depends heavily on proper maintenance. Without regular care, a knife can become dull, rusty, or chipped, affecting its performance. After each use, it's essential to wash the knife immediately and dry it thoroughly with a cloth to prevent rust. For carbon steel knives, applying a thin layer of oil after cleaning can help prevent rust. Regular sharpening with a whetstone is also necessary to keep the knife in optimal condition. Many professional chefs prefer to sharpen their own knives to maintain their ideal cutting edge. A well-maintained knife can last for decades, becoming a lifetime tool in the kitchen. Proper knife care not only ensures longevity, but also improves the quality of cooking. Hydrogen as the first element in the universe. Hydrogen was the very first element formed after the Big Bang and still accounts for about 74% of all matter in the universe. This hydrogen served as the foundation for the creation of stars and galaxies, where it undergoes nuclear fusion to release immense amounts of energy. The light and heat from the sun, for example, come from this fusion process. On Earth, hydrogen is a key component of water and supports all life. Recently, hydrogen fuel cells have gained attention as a clean and sustainable energy source for the future. The busiest post office in the world is at the Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C. The Smithsonian Museum houses an operational post office known as the busiest in the world. Tourists can send souvenirs and postcards directly from the museum, resulting in millions of mail items being processed annually. The post office offers special Smithsonian exclusive stamps, providing visitors with a unique and memorable experience. For the U.S. Postal Service, this post office represents an innovative integration of tourism and public services. Ants have incredibly efficient brains. Despite being tiny, ants possess highly efficient brains. Each ant's brain weighs about 0.1 milligrams and contains roughly 250,000 neurons. While a single ant can only handle small tasks, their true power lies in collective behavior. By working together, ants achieve complex and large-scale tasks that would be impossible for an individual ant. For example, when constructing a nest, thousands of ants work simultaneously, each performing a small role. Without centralized leadership, they manage to build intricate and massive underground structures. Scientists are studying this phenomenon, known as swarm intelligence, to develop artificial intelligence systems and optimize urban planning, inspired by the efficiency of ant colonies. Proper storage of salt and its scientific basis. While salt is considered an easy-to-store ingredient, it has a high tendency to absorb moisture and odors. Proper storage is essential to maintain its quality. Salt's hygroscopic nature causes it to clump when exposed to humidity, so it should be stored in an airtight container with a desiccant. Additionally, since salt absorbs odors easily, it should not be stored near strong-smelling items, such as other spices or in the refrigerator. Following proper storage practices helps preserve the flavor and quality of salt over time. The first evidence of a human-dog burial dates back 14,000 years. The oldest known grave of a human and a dog buried together was found in Germany and dates back roughly 14,000 years. In this grave, a human was buried with a young dog, showing a deep bond between humans and dogs even at that early time. This burial, as well as others found across Europe and the Middle East, suggests that early humans not only valued dogs, but also saw them as companions deserving of special treatment in death, reflecting a significant emotional connection. Butterfly wing scales reduce air turbulence and improve flight efficiency. The scales on butterfly wings not only create vivid colors, but also play a crucial role in improving flight efficiency. These scales help smooth out airflow over the wings, reducing turbulence and allowing butterflies to fly using less energy. Additionally, the lightweight nature of the scales contributes to the overall lightness of the wings, enhancing their flight capabilities. This discovery has also inspired advancements in aeronautics, with researchers studying butterfly wings to develop new technologies for efficient flight. Bees use social immunity to protect the entire hive. Bee colonies exhibit not only individual immunity, but also collective social immunity. For example, honeybees engage in hygienic behavior, where they quickly remove infected materials or individuals from the hive to prevent the spread of diseases or parasites. Additionally, when disease risks are high, bees increase their use of propolis, enhancing the hive's antimicrobial properties. This social immunity system protects the health of the entire colony and is a prime example of bees' evolutionary adaptation. The human eye processes 150 million bits of information per second. The human eye constantly sends an enormous amount of visual information to the brain, including light, color, motion, and shapes. It is estimated that the eye processes 150 million bits of information every second. This data is analyzed by the brain, enabling us to instantly understand our surroundings. The eye is one of the most data-intensive organs in the body, and vision plays a crucial role in supporting our daily lives more than any other sense. Tuna's remarkable vision. Tuna possess extraordinary vision, a crucial adaptation for hunting prey in the vast ocean. Wide field of view. Tuna's eyes are positioned on the sides of their heads, allowing them to have a nearly 360-degree field of vision. This monocular vision helps them detect predators and prey across a wide range without turning their bodies. Adaptation to low light. Tuna's eyes are equipped with highly sensitive photoreceptor cells, enabling them to see in low-light conditions. This ability is essential for hunting in deep-sea environments or at night. For example, bluefin tuna can hunt schools of sardines near the surface while also diving deep to prey on squid in darker waters. This visual versatility is key to their survival in varied environments. Light reflection in nature. Chameleons and morpho butterflies. Chameleons and morpho butterflies exhibit unique abilities to reflect specific wavelengths of light, creating vibrant colors. These colors, known as structural colors, are not produced by pigments but by microstructures on their surfaces that reflect specific wavelengths of light. Chameleons manipulate nanocrystals under their skin to change color, aiding in communication and camouflage. Morpho butterflies' wings reflect light to create their characteristic blue sheen, which helps deter predators and attract mates. These natural reflection mechanisms inspire innovations in display technology and sensor development. Bees can remember the scent of flowers. Bees have the remarkable ability to remember specific flower scents, allowing them to forage efficiently. Honeybees learn to associate particular flower scents with nectar or pollen and use this memory to revisit productive flowers. This scent memory can last for several days or even weeks, enabling bees to focus on the same flower species and enhance pollination success. This ability highlights the evolutionary relationship between bees and plants and their mutual dependence. Bees can sense carbon dioxide to help their colony. Honeybees can detect carbon dioxide levels within their hive, which is particularly useful for ventilation. When CO2 levels rise, worker bees engage in fanning behaviors to circulate air throughout the hive. Additionally, carbon dioxide concentration affects the growth of larvae, so bees monitor it closely and adjust the environment as needed. This environmental management ability is essential for maintaining a healthy and functional colony. Ant colonies have strict division of labor. In an ant colony, roles are strictly divided to ensure maximum efficiency. The queen focuses solely on reproduction, while worker ants take on tasks such as foraging for food, maintaining the nest, and caring for the larvae. Soldier ants are responsible for defending the colony from external threats. Interestingly, even among worker ants, there are specialized roles. For example, some workers act as foragers, gathering food outside the nest, while others take care of eggs and larvae or clean the nest. This clear division of labor allows ant colonies to function seamlessly like a highly organized society. E. coli and the balance of gut. Flora. E. coli is a natural part of the gut microbiota, but can have adverse effects if its numbers grow excessively. An imbalance in gut flora, often caused by stress or poor dietary habits, can lead to the proliferation of harmful bacteria, including pathogenic strains of E. coli. This disruption may compromise digestive health and immunity. On the other hand, improving gut health through probiotics, supplements containing beneficial bacteria, and a diet rich in dietary fiber can help regulate E. coli growth and restore balance in the gut microbiota. Avocados. Oxidize quickly after ripening. Once an avocado is ripe, it oxidizes rapidly, causing the flesh to turn brown after being cut. This is due to enzymes in the avocado reacting with oxygen, which oxidizes the polyphenols. To prevent this oxidation, you can apply lemon juice or vinegar to the flesh, as these acidic substances slow down the enzymatic reaction. Storing cut avocados in an airtight container or leaving the pit on the flesh can also help. These simple methods help maintain the avocado's flavor and appearance for a longer time. The relationship between microwaves and moisture. Causes of dryness and uneven heating. Microwaves often cause food to dry out because they directly target water molecules, leading to evaporation, especially on the surface of the food. Uneven heating occurs when the shape, density, or moisture content of the food is inconsistent. To prevent these issues, using a microwave-safe lid or plastic wrap to trap steam, or adding a small amount of water can help retain moisture. Additionally, cutting food into smaller pieces or stirring during heating promotes more even cooking. The invention and popularization of refrigerators. Before refrigerators were invented, people used ice boxes in the 19th century. These were wooden boxes insulated with materials like cork or straw, filled with natural ice to keep food cold. However, they were mostly used by wealthy households because maintaining the ice was costly. The first electric refrigerator for home use, called the Kelvinator, was introduced in the U.S. in 1918. Initially, refrigerators were very expensive and out of reach for middle-class families. It wasn't until the 1950s, when advancements in technology lowered costs, that refrigerators became widely accessible. In Japan, refrigerators were considered one of the three sacred treasures, along with TVs and washing machines, symbolizing modern post-war living. Dogs can sense human pregnancy. Dogs can detect hormonal changes in humans, including the surge of hormones that occurs during pregnancy. They may become more attentive, protective, or even clingy around a pregnant person. This heightened sensitivity is due to their incredible sense of smell, which allows them to pick up on subtle changes in human body chemistry. Some dogs have even been known to lie close to or gently nuzzle a pregnant person's belly, showing awareness and a protective instinct. Best ways to store tomatoes for longer freshness. To keep tomatoes fresh, it's best to store them at room temperature, away from direct sunlight. Refrigerating tomatoes can cause them to lose flavor and become mealy in texture. However, if you need to store them for a longer period, you can refrigerate them, but it's advisable to let them return to room temperature before eating for the best flavor. If you have overripe tomatoes and need to store them for later use, freezing is an option. While freezing changes the texture slightly, frozen tomatoes are great for sauces, soups, and stews, where their flavor can shine. Dogs helped indigenous Arctic peoples thrive in harsh climates. For indigenous Arctic communities like the Inuit, dogs were essential partners in survival. Arctic sled dogs, such as the ancestors of the Siberian Husky and Alaskan Malamute, helped transport supplies, hunt for food, and navigate the icy terrain. Their resilience in extreme cold, coupled with their ability to pull heavy sleds over long distances, made dogs critical to daily life in Arctic regions. This partnership between humans and sled dogs dates back at least 9,000 years and continues in some Arctic communities today. Eye color is determined by the amount of melanin. The color of the eyes is determined by the amount of melanin pigment in the iris. A higher concentration of melanin results in darker colors like brown or black, while lower amounts produce lighter shades such as blue or green. Interestingly, many newborn babies have light blue or gray eyes at birth. This is because the melanin in their irises develops gradually, leading to the final eye color over time. Eye color also varies greatly depending on geographical and ethnic backgrounds, reflecting regional genetic traits. The balance point of a knife greatly affects its usability. The balance point of a knife is a crucial factor that impacts its cutting performance and ease of use. A knife with the balance point toward the blade naturally allows the blade to cut into ingredients more easily, making it ideal for tasks like butchering meat or filleting fish. On the other hand, a knife with the balance point closer to the handle reduces strain on the wrist, making it more comfortable for long cutting sessions and precision work like slicing vegetables thinly. The balance point significantly influences the feel and control of the knife, so it's important to choose a knife that suits the specific type of cooking and the user's preferences. Professional chefs often select knives with a balance point that feels natural in their hands to maximize efficiency and precision in their work. There are two sharpening methods for knives: double bevel sharpening and single bevel sharpening. Knives can be sharpened using two primary methods: double bevel sharpening and single bevel sharpening. Double bevel sharpening involves sharpening both sides of the blade evenly and is commonly used for household knives. This method creates a well-balanced blade, making it easy to cut various ingredients with stability. In contrast, single bevel sharpening sharpens only one side of the blade and is primarily used for traditional Japanese knives. Single bevel knives are ideal for delicate tasks, such as slicing sashimi or filleting fish, as they allow for precise, clean cuts. However, single bevel knives are available in right-handed and left-handed versions, so it's important to choose the one that matches the user's dominant hand. Since sharpening greatly affects the knife's cutting performance, learning the correct sharpening technique is essential. Knife blades are made using two main techniques, honyaki and kasumi. Japanese knives are crafted using two primary techniques, honyaki and kasumi. Honyaki knives are made entirely from high-carbon steel, which gives them an exceptionally sharp edge. These knives are highly durable and maintain their sharpness for a long time. However, they are more challenging to sharpen and require careful handling to avoid chipping. On the other hand, kasumi knives are made by combining hard steel with softer iron, resulting in a more flexible and easier to sharpen knife. The softer iron provides durability and resilience, making the knife less prone to breaking. Choosing between honyaki and kasumi knives depends on the user's skill level and specific needs, as each type offers unique advantages. Hydrothermal vents on the seafloor support life in extreme environments. The ocean floor contains hydrothermal vents, which emit superheated water filled with minerals like hydrogen sulfide and metal ions. These vents form along cracks in the sea floor, where tectonic plates separate, allowing hot water to gush out. Unlike most marine ecosystems that rely on sunlight, the organisms living around hydrothermal vents survive by using chemosynthesis, a process that derives energy from chemicals in the water. These ecosystems thrive in total darkness and extreme conditions, demonstrating that life can exist without sunlight. This discovery has implications for the search for extraterrestrial life, as similar environments may exist on other celestial bodies, like Mars or Jupiter's moon Europa. Slow blinking, a sign of trust. When a cat slowly blinks at you, it's a gesture of affection and trust, often called a cat kiss. In the wild, closing their eyes even momentarily can be risky, so this behavior signifies that they feel safe in your presence. You can reciprocate this gesture by slowly blinking back at your cat, which can help strengthen the bond between you. Longer lifespans in modern cats. The average lifespan of domestic cats has significantly increased in recent decades, now often exceeding 15 years. This improvement is due to better nutrition, routine veterinary care, and the widespread practice of keeping cats indoors, which reduces risks like accidents and diseases. Preventive care, including vaccinations and parasite control, has also contributed to their longevity. Some cats have even been documented living well into their 30s, showcasing how advancements in pet care have made a remarkable difference. Light's psychological impact. The relationship between color and emotion. The color of light significantly influences human emotions and behaviors. Blue light promotes calmness and focus, making it effective in workplaces and learning environments. Red light stimulates energy and excitement, commonly used in restaurants and entertainment venues. Yellow light evokes warmth and happiness, often utilized in home lighting. This application of color psychology extends to architecture, marketing, and healthcare. Understanding the psychological effects of light enhances our daily lives and creates environments that foster well-being. Frequency of space debris, generation, and accelerating factors. The frequency of space debris generation has been increasing yearly, with a notable acceleration over the past decade. This is primarily due to the growing number of satellite launches, especially the commercial use of small satellites known as CubeSats. Additionally, satellite collisions, mechanical failures, and explosions of fuel or batteries contribute to debris formation. For example, the 2009 collision between the U.S. Iridium communication satellite and the Russian Cosmos satellite produced over 2,000 new fragments. Such events, when occurring in succession, make the orbital environment increasingly hazardous. Dogs use yawning as a form of communication. Yawning isn't just a sign of tiredness in dogs. It can also be a way of communicating stress, discomfort, or a desire to calm down. Dogs may yawn in unfamiliar situations as a way to signal relaxation or to try to diffuse tension around them. Interestingly, yawning can be contagious between humans and dogs, which some experts believe is a sign of empathy or social bonding. The sharpness of a knife depends largely on the angle of the blade. The sharpness of a knife is significantly influenced by the angle of the blade. Japanese knives generally have sharper blade angles compared to Western knives. The blade angle of Japanese knives typically ranges from 10 to 15 degrees, which allows for extremely precise and sharp cuts. In contrast, Western knives have a blade angle of 20 to 25 degrees, making them more durable for cutting through tougher ingredients like meat and bones. However, the sharper the angle, the more prone the blade is to chipping, so careful handling is essential. Professional craftsmen adjust the blade angle based on the knife's intended use to achieve the perfect balance between sharpness and durability. Octopuses create and use their own shelters. Octopuses often use items from their environment to build personal shelters. For example, they have been observed collecting coconut shells or clam shells to create hiding spots. They can even transport these materials to new locations and reassemble them into a new shelter. Such behavior demonstrates an ability to use tools, a trait seen in only a handful of animal species. The ability to construct and use protective structures reveals not only the octopus's intelligence, but also its capacity to adapt and manipulate its surroundings for survival. Octopuses can learn symbols. Octopuses are capable of learning and recognizing symbols and patterns. Studies have shown that octopuses can differentiate between shapes or markings and respond accordingly. For example, when presented with cards featuring specific patterns, octopuses can learn to associate a particular pattern with a food reward and consistently choose it. This ability demonstrates their advanced visual processing skills and logical decision-making, highlighting their capacity to adapt and learn in a variety of situations. The importance of covers and wraps when using a microwave. Using a microwave-safe cover or wrap when cooking food in a microwave is crucial for preventing dryness and ensuring efficient heating. Covers and wraps trap steam, keeping the food surface moist and promoting even heating. This also reduces uneven cooking and enhances the overall accuracy of the cooking process. However, it is essential to use microwave-safe wraps and ensure they do not touch the food directly. Leaving a small gap between the wrap and the food allows for steam expansion, preventing rupture during heating. The impact of banning hand-checking and changes in playing styles. Hand-checking, a defensive technique where players use their hands to limit an opponent's movement, was commonly used in basketball. However, in 1994, the NBA revised its rules to strictly limit hand-checking. This change allowed ball handlers more freedom of movement, resulting in faster-paced games and increased scoring. Players such as quick guards and high-scoring forwards benefited greatly, and the games became more dynamic and engaging for fans. This rule adjustment significantly contributed to the offensive-oriented style that defines modern basketball. The tail as an emotional indicator. A cat's tail serves as a key emotional barometer. A high, upright tail typically signals confidence and happiness, while a flicking or swishing tail might indicate agitation or excitement. When a cat wraps its tail around its body, it's often a sign of caution or an attempt to conserve warmth. Understanding these tail movements can help owners interpret their cat's mood and respond appropriately. The incubation period of influenza. The incubation period for influenza is usually between 1 and 4 days. During this time, the infected person may not show any symptoms and may not realize they are infected. However, the virus is actively replicating in the body, which means they can unknowingly spread it to others. This is especially concerning in places like schools and workplaces, where one infected individual can cause a large outbreak. If you experience early symptoms such as fever or fatigue, it is crucial to rest or consult a healthcare provider promptly. Volcanoes as natural shields. Protecting life. While volcanoes are often destructive, they can also act as natural shields to protect ecosystems. For example, during an eruption of Taal volcano in the Philippines, lava flows destroyed local villages, but later served as a barrier against floods and landslides. Additionally, volcanic regions often provide unique habitats for rare plants and animals, acting as biological refuges that support biodiversity. This highlights how volcanoes contribute to maintaining natural balance. E. coli, a superstar in scientific research. E. coli is one of the most widely used model organisms in genetics and molecular biology. Its popularity in research stems from its rapid growth rate, with a generation time of just 20 minutes under ideal conditions. This allows researchers to efficiently study gene function and cellular processes. Notably, in the 1950s, groundbreaking experiments by Russell Jacob and Edward L. Tatum used E. coli to demonstrate how genes influence traits. Their work formed the foundation for genetic engineering and modern molecular biology. Today, E. coli remains a cornerstone in genetic engineering, used to produce biopharmaceuticals, vaccines, and even biofuels. By introducing specific genes, scientists have repurposed E. coli to manufacture substances like insulin on a large scale, highlighting its indispensable role in both basic science and industrial applications. Overfishing and international conservation challenges. The high demand for tuna has led to overfishing, threatening the survival of certain species and raising global conservation concerns. Endangered tuna species. Some tuna species, such as bluefin tuna and yellowfin tuna, are listed on the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, Red List, signaling the need for urgent protection. Global conservation efforts. Organizations like the International Commission for the Conservation of Atlantic Tunas, ICCAT, and the Western and Central Pacific Fisheries Commission, WCPFC, have implemented measures such as fishing quotas and seasonal bans to manage tuna populations sustainably. For example, international collaborations now use electronic tagging systems to track tuna migration patterns, providing valuable data to improve conservation policies. Influenza vaccines are effective at preventing severe symptoms. Influenza vaccines do not always completely prevent infection, but they are highly effective at reducing the severity of symptoms. Vaccination significantly lowers the risk of pneumonia and hospitalization, especially for older adults and people with chronic conditions. In communities with high vaccination rates, even unvaccinated individuals benefit from reduced virus circulation, enhancing overall protection. The role of minerals in salt production. Trace minerals in salt significantly influence its flavor and health benefits. For instance, magnesium and calcium contribute to a bitter yet rich flavor, while potassium and sulfates add unique taste profiles. In some types of salt, these minerals are intentionally removed, leaving pure sodium chloride. In contrast, natural sea salt and rock salt retain their minerals, resulting in more complex flavors. The presence or absence of these minerals can dramatically change the taste and feel of the salt, making it a key consideration for culinary applications. Some ants can swim and survive floods. Contrary to popular belief, certain species of ants can swim or walk on water. For example, fire ants found in South America are particularly adept at surviving floods. When water levels rise, fire ants connect their bodies to form a raft that floats on the water. This living raft carries the queen and larvae to safety, ensuring the survival of the colony. Ants' bodies are naturally water repellent, allowing them to float for extended periods. This behavior highlights their remarkable adaptability to natural disasters. The fire ant raft is not only a survival mechanism, but also an example of teamwork and resilience in nature. Antioxidant components in carrots and their benefits. Carrots are rich in antioxidants, including beta-carotene, which is known to protect cells from damage caused by free radicals, helping to prevent aging. They also contain vitamin C and vitamin E, which work synergistically to boost immunity and maintain skin health. Purple carrots are particularly high in anthocyanins, which strengthen blood vessels and help prevent arteriosclerosis. Each color and variety of carrot offers unique antioxidant properties, making them versatile for different health needs. Sustainability in salt production, environmental concerns, and innovations. Sustainable salt production has become an important focus. In salt pans where seawater is evaporated, efforts are being made to minimize ecological disruption. Rock salt mining has also seen advancements in techniques to ensure sustainable resource use. Additionally, innovative methods like extracting salt from halophyte plants are being explored, addressing soil salinity issues while producing salt. Sustainable production and utilization of salt are crucial for the future of the environment and humanity.